Hello, and welcome to my short demo. My name is Corey, and this is Northstar Bank, my CS50x final project with Harvard Online. And as you can see over here on my right side, I have Visual Studio Code open, and you can just see basically a top level view of the directories in my root here, back end and front end. And on my left side as well, you can see the login page for Northstar Bank, the application that I built, and then you'll have customer access here about mid page, and then administrator access as well. We'll go into those here shortly. But first, I just want to give you a brief overview of what Northstar Bank is. Basically, it's just educational banking simulation that I built as part of the CS50x final project. And the front end here is built with React and TypeScript. And then I use FastAPI on the back end. As you can see, um, the automatic way that it builds its own documentation, which is really user friendly. You can see some of the endpoints for authentication, accounts, transactions, money. You have your deposits, withdrawals, for transfers between check-ins and savings, and then admin endpoints as well. We'll go further into that here shortly in the demo. Um, and then what I basically did, if you see over here on my left side, I have bank.forgehub.cloud login. The way that I'm demoing this for you today is from hosting it on my VPS with Hostinger. I'll give you a brief overview of what that looks like. I basically use Hostinger to put my portfolio projects that have any backend on it. It's pretty simple, as you can see, like the Docker projects here. Um, and that's basically what I'm doing with this demo project for you today. I do use Coolify as a backend um, hosting, like deployment. It's pretty simple. I'm still learning it, but again, you have your environment variables and things like that here. You see database URL right here. That's basically the Supabase URL that I'm using for this project for storing the data. I am using Supabase, PostgreSQL, um, for storing data and it persisting. I'm still new to Supabase as well, as I am to a lot of these tools right now. And Supabase so far has been pretty user friendly. You can see some of the features over here. You have your SQL editor, your table editor. You can see the different tables here that are part of this Postgres database. Um, so we'll kind of get more into that. As we begin going through the demo project, I will stop and come over here to the right side and show you how that data is changing and persisting across sessions. This application is a single page application built with React. React is really good at doing that. And I will jump right on in just to save time. And I will start with customer access by logging in. And then the first thing we do, we come to the checking and savings options here, and we have the combined balance of the two accounts. And we will just go to check-ins for now, and we will start by depositing funds of 100. We have the $100 deposit showing here under transaction history. Then we will go ahead and withdraw $50. And likewise, we have the $50 withdrawal showing under transaction history. So we'll do a transfer just to test it. We'll transfer from check-ins to savings, and we can do it the other way around as well. Just do $50 for now. And again, we have it here. So we can back up just to go to savings to show you what that looks like. It's the same options that we have from check-ins. We can add funds, withdraw, and we can transfer as well. But as you can see, that $50 is showing right there, the time and date, and then the balance. So what I will do, this is Alex, as you know. We logged in as Alex. So if you see right here, Alex, we come over here. You can see his password. We don't store raw passwords. We use Argon 2 to actually hash passwords. Argon 2, supposedly, according to scholars, it is the golden standard, and it takes a lot of GPU to break into. So it's one that I've been trying to learn and get comfortable with, Argon 2. And you can see Alex. If we scroll over, we have his last name, Carter, and then his role as a customer. Then we have admin at the top, and then his date that he was created. And then if any updates take place, we'll also have that. So if we come over here to transfer, we should see the last transfer here. Again, because this is a relational database, it will not mention his name. It will store his ID, his account ID. But Supabase has this little right arrow where you can click and see who it's connected to, and open that table right down here. I won't do that for now. $50 completed, right? So that's there. Again, if you want to go further into the transactions, there's a table down here. It's also separated. So we can see the deposit of 100, the withdrawal of 50, the transfer out of check-ins, and transfer into savings. So all of those are separated into individual rows, all recorded separately. And then we have the audit events. And basically the audit events is any event that happens across the entire application from log in to log out and everything in between the sessions is recorded. It is audited. So you can see here the login success. It connects with the user ID 2, which is Alex. Again, it's a relational database. We don't want to store Alex every time. We can use their unique identifier ID numbers, and that makes it so much easier to manage. And then we have his deposit that we did. We have the withdrawal. We have the transfer. Again, we don't want to store the amount of what he deposit, withdraw, because then that would be redundancy. That would not be helpful. All of that is stored in transactions, as you remember. And then Alembic, again, is for making like migrations. It's a backend part that you can use with Python, and it allows you to update or add different features to your tables. You can add an extra column. You can change the name of the column. It just allows you to make those updates. And then, of course, you have your accounts here at the top that show all of the accounts. Okay, and they also are connected to the unique ID numbers. Again, you can see Alex. He has 2 accounts, Alex does. He has both savings and check-ins. So that's a little bit about that. We'll go ahead and log out of the customer account and go into the admin account and see what that looks like. So again, from the from the admin overview dashboard, you can see that there's a total of 5 customers that are registered with Northstar Bank, with a total of 7 accounts, accounting for both checking and saving accounts. And then we have a total balance across all accounts of $11,195. And then the recent activity of 17, that's recording all transactions happening over the past 30 days. That can be withdrawals, that can be deposits, transfers between accounts, but it's recording all activity. And then if we go down here to manage customers, we can go to Alex and see his activity as well from the admin panel. And we can deactivate Alex as well. So say that we want to make it where Alex no longer has access and he can't even log in to his account. I'll pull up that table that it connects to right here. So we know Alex is number 2, and we're looking at his checkings account, which is the very top one, and it shows you his status as active. So if I deactivate him here, you'll get a little note here, and it prevents the customer from signing in and using every account, right? Existing balances and histories remain unchanged. So this will only keep Alex from logging in. right? We're not deleting any of his transactions or his history. All of that should persist in the database. And so we come over here and just refresh. Alex should still be persisting in the database. At the top. Oh, I'm sorry, it's actually under users. Yep, here it is. So false is active. If we freeze the account, that actually will be what goes to this part right here at the top. Let's go ahead and freeze the account. And basically what freeze the account does, it allows the customer to still log in. I will first have to activate them back so that he can log in. But freezing the account basically just freezes that account, that he can't no longer make withdrawals or deposits or transfers from that checking account. So if we do the refresh, we should see that it's frozen now, right? So that I'm still getting comfortable with Supabase. I just had accounts and user table a little bit mixed up, so sorry about that. So I'll go ahead and unfreeze it for now, and everything is back to normal. We should see his account is no longer frozen. Yep, and he's back active. All right, let's go ahead and add a user. Okay, we'll back up just real quick to copy an email to make this go quicker. Let's just add an email and call it Lauren. Oh, Lauren Smith email. Yeah, we'll just give her, change this part. Give a password. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. But thanks. All right, we can see that customer checking account was created. So if we come over here to users, we should see that Lauren is showing, yeah, right here at the bottom, Lauren. And then we should also see her unique identifier is going to be 7 here. So when we come over to accounts, yeah, user ID here, she's created. So she has an account. Okay. So we can go to Lauren. Let's try to log in as Lauren. I'm going to log out. Just give this a test. Right? Lauren. And it was password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Yes. So she has no money there. So we would have to deposit money in there for her. That's not something that we will do this demo, but I did want to show you a little bit about the password of how it is stored and how tokens are used for authentication, to make sure that this application is as secure as possible with it being a banking application. So we do have Lauren here at the bottom. You do see that her password was hashed and stored there. But I am going to open up the inspect tool. I'm going to make this bigger just for now to show you a little bit. So we will go to application. Okay, so we basically have in cookies, we're not storing anything in local, right? Because with local, JavaScript can read and write over that. And that's not something we want to do. That will allow hackers to get in. Same thing with session storage. We don't store anything there as well. Cookies, HTTPS is the securest way to do that. And so basically we have this this token here this host session, it gives them, it's like an access token. And if you see here, HTTPS, you have to check here. Secure is there. Strict is also there as well. And then if you look here at the CSRF token, basically that is another level of security. Say, for example, that somehow or another, someone gets that token, that session token there, and they log in, they try to do like a delete or some type of event, audit some type of event throughout your application. Well, because they're not doing it from your actual application, from your dashboard, they would not have that CSRF token. So that CSRF token is actually coming from your session, coming from like your actual your dashboard, your application, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit hard to wrap your mind around. It has been for me. I'm still learning that. But I did want to show you a little bit about that since it has something to do with authentication. But other than that, I'm going to log out. And this basically is the end of the demo. I hope you like it, and I will probably in the future add more things to Northstar Bank and make it as much a production-like application as possible. So have a great day.